Okay, okay, okay. It was just Shaggy, but what? Did you just pass that person? All right. But, anyways, you've probably been waiting for this video for a while and stuff. The next Guesty video I was making and stuff. It's been almost like 7 or 8 months. Like almost a year by now, since I basically made since I pretty much made the previous Guesty video and stuff. And ever since then, there were quite a lot of updates. And I mean, like, lots and lots and lots of updates. As a matter of fact, since it's like infection. Yeah, let's just immediately just get straight into like the 1x1x1x1 bundle. This came out during like the chapter 4.5 update and stuff. So yeah, hold on. And yeah, this is yeah, that's the effect, and this is like his weapon, of course, Damon Shank and stuff. But but ever since like my previous yeah, pretty much ever since my previous Guesty video and stuff, there have been like quite a lot of updates and stuff. Oh, just give me a moment. All right, there we go. So yeah, there have been pretty much like like quite a lot of Guesty updates, of course. Ever since like my last video that I made. That I made on Guesty and stuff. From like an advent like calendar from like Christmas time. Clearly a lot more events. Some. Can you not do this right now? Come on. Alright, no, dude. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's also, like, this haunted game mode and stuff, which, I'm pretty sure it's also kind of supposed to be, like, part of, oh, it, okay, yeah, but what is happening? Yeah, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to kind of, like, do this in, like, a public server and stuff because, of course, like, at the perfect time when I have to record this video, of course I have to renew my fucking private server for, like, 100 Robux, and I only have, like, 10 and stuff. Holy shit, the row economy, am I right? But, yeah, let's just say there's been quite a lot of updates, of course, ever since my previous video from, like, 7 months ago on Guesty, like, the advent calendar from, like Christmas 2024, like so many, like much more events and stuff. More like daily, like shop skin, like the coin skins or whatever. Etc. Etc. Um. And I also forgot to mention and stuff, the chapter 4.5, which is supposed to be basically like the Halloween chapter. I think it's basically supposed to take place between chapter 4 and 5, of course, since it says, chapter 4.5, which is supposed to be the Halloween chapter with like scare code or something, 1x1x1x1 and stuff, where that bundle came out. um and yeah there's there and yeah and this right here, the Easter chapter. Yeah, they finally released a chapter after all these, but yeah. Oh, yeah, and it appears that Gagsty, Guesty, but an egg and stuff, is the, like, the main baddie in this chapter and stuff, So we need a chest key, so, the huge carrot was given to something something and stuff, Yeah, and there's also this new Easter Battle Pass and stuff, which I'm not even gonna bother to do, because I honestly just want to get this, video done with and stuff, because this is probably already gonna be long enough, blah, 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 we already know. Yeah, appears that, the keys are kind of more different, this time around and stuff, We're always used to seeing those kind of piggy keys and stuff in all of these games, but, no, okay, so, yeah, Gagsty is coming over here and stuff, and yeah, I just need, like, the perfect time to, like, show you guys. There's also, like, some new coin skins and stuff, that came out, from, like, these, like, this up like the April Fool's update and like the previous updates. Oh, and would you look at that? It's Papa Guesty. Boy, do I miss that, buddy. Um, and yeah, there was also some other coin skins from previous updates and stuff, you know. And there's our boy Gert, and we need one more egg to give him. And I'm guessing that's it. I guess, I don't know. Oh, we need a yolk token, I guess. So, yeah, just gotta get my coins and stuff, of course. So, yeah, and also the new Easter crate as well that came out along with this big Easter update and stuff, you know. Oh, I guess he has the egg. Wait, is that it? Has been fed. Okay, so is that it? Do we do it? Is that supposed to be it? What? Oh, okay, so that's clearly, like, the coding message right there. So I'm gonna just save that, you know. Apparently we need some pickaxe, and someone has a ladder. So, yeah, don't mind my avatar, but, yeah, expect this video to be, like, quite a long one and stuff, you know. Because, you know, obviously, you know, Guesty has been releasing countless updates and stuff, you know, for, like, the past almost year by now and stuff, you know. And I've been, and yeah, like, I explained this before, like, in a community post. The reason why I don't, like, make a video on every single, you know, like, event in Guesty and stuff, like, all the updates, is because, you know, they, like, all of them release at once and stuff, you know, and I feel like it's just better for me to, you know, just get them all at once and stuff. And, like, basically get them all at once so that I can make it into one big video instead of, like, making countless and countless and countless and countless of videos to the point where it gets extremely tiring. So, yeah, that's why these Guesty videos most of the time just take quite a while. So, but yeah, now, I'm not even, yeah, once again, I'm not even gonna try to even do the Easter Battle Pass and stuff, you know. I just straight really don't feel like it right now, and I just really want to, you know, just get this video over with and stuff, because this is probably already gonna be like 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. God knows how long this like video is gonna be. That's for sure. And yeah, we're in the 2025 Easter chapter right now. Yeah, speaking of which, you know, there was, like, the Halloween update, you know, the late Halloween update, I guess you could say, with, like, Chapter 4.5, which I guess is supposed to take place between Chapter 4 and 5, you know, like, we probably landed on, like, a Haunted Mansion Island or whatever, you know, after, you know, the events of Chapter 4, and then we get into Chapter, you know, stuff like that. And I'm pretty positive that I heard that there was going to be some boss fight or whatever, just like the April Fool's event, you know. And also, there's some secret skins in like, you know, Chapter 4.5, which I'm not really gonna worry about those in this video. I'll probably do that, like, for a separate video. It's one of those. It's one of those ones where it's like, you know, like a rare chance, you know, for this to happen, to get the secret skin. You know, it's something like that, basically. Oh, yeah, there's Guesty. I guess you're welcome. So we're gonna need the orange key card. And someone already has the mushroom, and we need a... Oh! Wait, no. That's the golden key, of course. So clearly someone already grabbed the pickaxe, if I'm not mistaken, you know? Yeah, so, here. Over here. This way. Right here. Come on. Alright. There we go. Golden key, nice. So, we got the golden key now. Oh my god! Ah! No. No. Not right now, please. Alright. So, yeah. They be releasing anything but Chapter X, I swear to God, man. Let me just kind of, you know, allow it in. Oh, this is... What the... Oh my god, this is lagging so bad, it's not even funny. Do you mind, please? Oh my god, he's really stuck. Alright, well, hold on. Is my graphics down? Clearly not, so I'm just... That definitely kind of helps, I guess. You gotta be kidding me. Of course he has to get stuck right now. So we need a luxury chest key. Holy shit, no wonder there's a big chapter. And yeah, someone clearly already has the ladder and stuff, you know. It's so... Oh, soft E. Okay. Alright, so, alright. Yeah, so so Ian already has the, yeah, speak of the devil. Come over here. I got it. Over here, hurry. Over here. Come on. Yes, right here. Come on. Place it already. Alright, what do we have up here? What do we got? Oh shit. He already grabbed it. Alright, so it looks like he grabbed the, you know... You gotta be kidding me! Like, the... Can he just not come in here, I guess? I mean, I guess that's sort of good, but also bad, because he can just kind of guard that and stuff. See, like, that's bullshit, like... He's gonna die with the key. Wait. Oh my god, bro! Come on, heal me. Revive me, come on. Come on. Dude, revive me. Oh my god, bro. Oh, and there's Tigery, I guess. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my god. Okay. So this is probably... Like, of course, you know, like, the private server can't really help at the moment. Anyways, alright. There we go. I remember that technique. Alright, so, we got out of there now. We're wasting, like, so much time, it's not even funny. We'll probably, you know, do, like, chapter 4.5 first and stuff, and then the Easter chapter after this, if we don't beat it, which is obviously very likely, you know. So we get the pickaxe, you know. And we're gonna go figure out what we have to do with it. We only have, like, fucking, like, 4 more minutes left. So obviously we're not probably going to beat this and stuff. Yeah. No, no. What the hell? The invisible wall. Oh my god. Alright, come on. Someone save me. Come on. Fucking damn it. Okay, yeah, but the 1x1x1x1 bundle basically kind of replaced the Guess 666 for a little bit. The fuck? What's this? The game was intense and everyone was on the edge of their seats. Okay, it's just a controller, I guess. And yeah, I also saw this as well, like some apple. Which is some kind of like binary code, which I ain't even like try to, you know, decipher yet, honestly, you know, so maybe I'll do it in this video. But, yeah, you have, like, about a day, I guess, you know, to, like, you know, get this bundle and stuff, you know, before it goes away forever, and I guess, you know, Guess 666 will just, you know, be back, I guess, you know, and thankfully I already got it in time, you know, for the video, and yeah, so, I guess, you know, since we're here and stuff, you know, let's just, let me just show you, the new, like, April Fool's coin skins, like, so far, you know, obviously, like, the previous coin skins that I got before are obviously not here no more, because, obviously... And we also got the Fool's Crate here, which I don't really worry about, like, you know, like, the Godlies and these crates and stuff, because they're very kind of hard to get and stuff, you know, and that just takes some more time and coins and stuff, you know. We already know at that point. So, yeah, we got Doll Balloon, which is supposed to be Dolby and stuff, you know, from, like, that April Fool's event, you know, but, you know, the balloon thing from, you know, that event. We got the Matt Dusek, you know, tree. We got the Lily Blaine Blaine, the Timekeeper Lana, which is, like, you know, Hat in Time or whatever. Midnight Raider Minish, which I don't really know what that's based off of. So if you guys know, then let me know in the comments below. And we also got Propeller Pilot. We got the Big Bunk Hammer or Hammer, and we got the Blaine Staff. We also got, you know, the Easter Crate 3, which is yeah, like previous Easter crates from like previous years. Sorry. Yeah, I already got all these skins and stuff, you know, just in time, you know. I literally got the egg shorter today by the time I'm recording this. We also got the daily crate here and stuff, you know. Which was from a previous update and stuff. I already got all these except for the godlies. Once again, not really worrying about the godlies right now. We also have the, you know, the godly, you know, another, like, godly coin crate. Which, apparently the Niccolo, Onyx is probably very difficult to get, you know. Because, like, you know, if you, like, just wait a little bit and stuff, you know, you can see that, like, yeah, we got, like, Guest Boy and stuff, Confetti Baker, and yeah, see, that's probably very hard to get, so once again, I'm not gonna worry about that either. I tried to get it, but honestly, hell no. I also got the, all of, like, the 4 leaves, you know, like, crate weapons and stuff, you know, in time as well, which was, like, a few months back, and yeah, like, you know, these two are actually on sale and stuff, you know, the Golden Crowbar and the Paradox Parasol. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the skin, like, the 10th skin crate and stuff, you know. And anything else, you know? Oh, yeah, apparently there's also, like, a gift wrapped, you know, effect or whatever. I don't know. We don't have any more, like, any new emotes, I don't think. And, like, the new backs, though, we got the NHH plushie and the D-Larb1, plushie. So, that's also pretty cool, you know? What else? Yeah, yeah, the flop. I think this was one from, like, a previous event. So, like, recently and stuff, you know? Yeah, it's pretty simple and stuff, you know. So, yeah, there's just, once again, just, of course, Guesty is just releasing literally everything but Chapter X, and we're going to be straight up honest, you know. So, yeah, we're gonna, we could just hopefully get all these people to just, pick Chapter 4.5, and, you know, like, this kind of chat is kind of a pain in the ass and stuff, you know. I can't even lie. So yeah, Chapter 4.5, you know, we're gonna see if we can at least beat this first and stuff before we just get... So yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the little plan. We're gonna first go into... We're gonna first do the, you know, the 2 new chapters, and then the new Haunted Game Mode right here, and then we'll just check out, like, the bundles and stuff, you know. Oh, god damn it. Okay, but whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, so here we are in Chapter 4.5, which, you know, I guess the cutscenes are kind of broken for me, so I can't really, you know, yeah, so yeah, obviously, you know, this takes place during, like, before, you know, after Chapter 4 and before Chapter 5, so, yeah, it's called Chapter 4.5, and I'm guessing we basically just end up on this island and stuff with, yeah, and that's why Papa Guesty is still here and stuff, by the way, so, yeah, let's just see if we can at least beat this and stuff. Yeah, and clearly this is obviously, you know, a late Halloween chapter and stuff, you know. And the secret skins in this one is just, like, your typical, you know, like, rare chance to happen to get it and stuff, you know. Like, there's a, like, one with this, like, a bloodbath and stuff, you know, or something. Yeah, pretty much, like, most of the secret skins, I'm pretty sure, already, you know, sold out or something, you know, out of stock or whatever, you know. So, yeah, Mirrored has joined the game. Who in the hell is Mirrored? That is Mirrored right there. Okay, let's just get out of there, I guess, you know? And yeah, it looks like they really changed up the keys here, huh? So, yeah, yeah, it's kind of, like, really broken from... What is this? Okay, this must be the owner of, like, you know... Oh, something must be in there, huh? Okay, that's the red... Oh, Jesus Christ. So this must be, like, the owner of, like, this little, like, place, I guess. I honestly don't know. Okay. I just want to try and, like, you know, just get this video over with, honestly, you know, because it is, like, it has been way too long since I've, you know, actually made, you know, a Guesty video, so, Narheed's Shed. Okay. I don't exactly know where this, you know... Oh, wait, that's where the blue key goes. Stupid me. Does anyone have Bean? No, I do not have Bean. I just beg the god that no one, like, grab the blue key already, because I'm gonna go grab it. Well then, dear God. We just went from, you know, the diver and stuff, you know, to... And, of course, someone already grabbed the goddamn blue key. No, 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 no! Oh my God, I hate those. Yeah, yeah, you're on your own, buddy. First of all, goodbye. We just went from, like, you know, the diver to chapter 4 to this abomination right here. Wow, I seriously need to figure out where this actually, you know, goes exactly and stuff. Oh, of course. Can you not lag right now? Come on. So yeah, I don't exactly know where this, you know... yeah, over here. Come on. This way, come on. Yep, right over here. Apparently fucking not. Never mind. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, well, clearly someone's dead there. No kidding, it's a fucking gravestone. You know, this would have been a lot more easier if, you know, like, Roblox didn't really have to kick me in the ass when I'm about to make the Guesty video and just had to make me renew the damn private server at, like, this very perfect time, you know? And I can't even tell what, like, how much time we even have and stuff, you know? Okay, so, yeah, like, the person already opened the blue room, so that's good at least. Okay. I gotta seriously figure out where this, like, picture, like, goes and stuff. Because, once again, I didn't really get any spoilers and... Who the hell is this? Oh, it's a... Oh, isn't that Bobby's dad? Yeah, I think that's Bobby's dad, if I'm not mistaken. I think? I don't even know. Yeah, seriously, gotta seriously figure out where this, you know, piece of picture actually goes. Or something. Probably goes in, like, the mansion or something. I can't. I really don't even know. Okay, apparently you have to use a skull for that. Yeah, like, yeah, like, that pumpkin is, like, for, you know, one of the secret skins, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell are those locks for? Oh, shit, I've, like, explored, like, most of this, like, you know, area, and yet I have not, like, found anywhere where this, like, picture could possibly go to. Eh? No? Well, shit, I seriously gotta figure out where this actually goes, honestly, because, you know, it's kind of gonna be a problem if we don't, like, figure it out sooner or later. Okay, what is this? It's clearly, like, some... Oh, no, it's like a... Okay, Oh. Okay, yeah, we don't really need that. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a huge problem. Especially, you know... There's a skull right there, but I still don't know where this, piece of picture... Wait, coin, hold on. Over here, coin. Oh. Okay, I guess you already know where it goes, at least. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll just take that. We got a potion. And yet I don't know where that goes, so... Do I give it to you? I'm kind of afraid to go near you. And you left. Great. I really need the help. Thank you. Do I give it to, like, the potion to you? Do I give it to Papa Guesty over here? Looks like you need it. What does this say? I don't even know what... I also heard that, you know, Chapter 1's actually planned to get, you know, like, fully revamped and stuff, you know, along with, like, you know, Guesty, you know, redesign and stuff. Okay, we need a dolly for that. Oh, picture! Picture, you need the picture for that. Oh, and they get, Bacon's doing whatever. We can't clearly go up there, so, let me just, I'll just say, alright. So let me go back to, you know, wait, do you have the picture? You're clearly, you know, holding your hand out, so you might have something? We probably have like 5 minutes or something. Alright, but let me just go back to, where was that exactly? I cannot remember, god damn it. Oh wait, yeah, it's that. Oh my god, he's chasing me. No. Chase someone else. Fuck off. Oh no. Dude, no. Chase someone else. Yeah, go. No. Chase someone else. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't tell how much time we have left. Oh no. Wait, hold on. I gotta get the picture though. Oh, not what? Well, why can't I get the picture? I can clearly go over here. Dude, why can't I get the picture? Dude, I can't get the picture. I can't get the picture. What? Dude, I can't get the picture. It's literally over there. I can't get the picture, though. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, God, I see. Oh, God, everything's going wrong. Oh, yeah, we're definitely at low time, aren't we? Yeah, my old account haven't even left with a scratch yet. Like, dude. Like, what is this, bro? Alright, bro. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's even possible, you know, like, yeah, especially with, you know, like, that whole bug and stuff where, you know, when you pick a chapter and stuff, you know, and the supposed cutscene is supposed to play, you know, and for me, it's just, you know, like, and then it just stays that way for, like, you know, the skip button, and then just nothing else appears and stuff, you know. Yeah, I honestly don't I think it's even possible, especially for me, since, you know, my console, like my Xbox and stuff, it lags like shit even with the lowest graphics and stuff, you know. So, I'm sorry, but we're probably just gonna have to react to like someone, you know, just beating these, you know, beating both chapter 4.5 and, you know, the 2025 Easter chapter and stuff, you know. Yeah, this just is unbeatable, especially for me with this bug. And supposedly my old account, like, you know, also experienced this as well, you know, so. Yeah, so, yeah, shout out to, yeah, CJ, you know. Um, yeah, we're just gonna watch him, you know, just, like, what this chapter is all about and stuff, you know. Like, I could possibly, you know, just wait for a little bit to get some of that little Roblox money, as my mom just usually likes to refer it now. Um, and then just, you know, just rebuy basically my private server for Guesty. But it's already been 7 months. You know, you probably can't even wait any longer for a Guesty video, right? Exactly. So, you know, I tried. I really did try, you know, but like it's probably gonna take me like 2 hours and stuff, you know. And yeah, I just want to like finish this entire video, you know, today before my mom even gets home and stuff, you know. And yeah, as you can see, like right here and stuff, you know, there was like other events that I'm gonna be honest, I did not even really bother to play and stuff, you know, because here's the thing though. For Valentine's Day, they actually brought back the Heart RNG and stuff event. If you don't remember from last year and stuff, you know. they had a heart RNG and stuff, like a Valentine's RNG event, like Souls RNG and stuff like that, but with Guesty, and that's probably the only RNG I would basically play ever, and stuff like that. And yeah, I was basically just mainly busy with that instead of, doing the other events, honestly, so, yeah. Oh. Okay, well, I'm just stupid then. Apparently, you just crouch down to just... Well, either way, that bug could really cause some problems and stuff, I'm gonna be honest. And, yeah. Honestly, don't think we're probably even gonna, like, check out the bundles in-game and stuff, especially with their effects and stuff, because once again, that could really, like, that bug, could, like, be a problem once again and stuff, so, once again, just shout out to CJ, the person who's, like, thank the Lord of Heaven actually making this video on how to escape Chapter 4.5. I'll probably, like try this, try to beat this again, maybe somewhat, when I get my private server back, like off video and stuff, maybe not, I'm just gonna have to see, honestly, who knows, maybe after, after, all this and stuff, I'll probably go back to, try to find the chapter, get the chapter 4.5 skins, so, like, secret skins, that aren't out of stock yet, I don't know, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the doll. I forgot. Isn't that the same doll from like as that one skin or something? If I'm not mistaken, I think so. Yeah. But hey, if you have a good like device to play this on and stuff, and you get your device can actually handle graphics and can't even like can actually deal like not deal with bugs or whatever or something, and you just want to play this yourself, obviously, the game link for Guesty will be in the description below and stuff, I'll just most likely try to beat this, like, off camera and stuff, something like that. It just really, I'm just gonna have to wait until I get that Roblox money, because I do not want to bother even trying to play in public servers at this point. They're kind of like a shit show to honestly play in and stuff, because obviously with noobs just, not knowing the hell they're doing and stuff, Yeah. So, yeah, once again, shout out to CJ. Yeah. And yeah, clearly this would mostly take, like, half of the damn time to actually beat and stuff. And I think I heard some people saying that there's, like, some boss fight in this game, like, in the chapter. If I'm not mistaken, Yeah, clearly he has, like, 2 more minutes, and, like, there's, like, 3 more minutes, so clearly there's gonna be something else, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I think it's like Scarecoder. Yeah, this is mainly just supposed to be like a late Halloween chapter, obviously, taking place before, like, after Chapter 4 and before Chapter 5. I don't know if, like, we ended up on some island before Chapter 5 and stuff, Okay, and that's where... Oh, the formidable Scarecrow. This does not even look like SD at all at this point, Jesus. No matter, this shall be quiet now. They doing all of this but releasing Chapter X. Jesus Christ. Apparently CJ's actually a tester, huh? Honestly, this will probably like crash my my Xbox, just like Threadville and stuff. Alright. Yeah, so, honestly, we're probably just gonna, just watch, also someone playing, like, the Haunted Game mode and stuff, Mainly, I just don't want to even play in public servers. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I just do not want to play in public servers and stuff. Not really a fan of those anymore. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna watch, like, probably CJ or whatever, play Chapter 4.5 and the Easter chapter, and, play the Haunted Game mode and stuff, and then we'll just, check out the bundles and stuff, in Trade Island and stuff, because my console cannot handle, like, a public server, probably. Mainly it's okay in private servers, obviously, because, like, not that, not that much happening, stuff like that. You get it. Yeah, I also forgot to mention, Dr. Dark Matter, I don't think Jixio though, but yeah, Dr. Dark Matter, the creator of Guesty himself, NK Studio, basically kind of stepped down, I guess you could say, like Crimson, like Crimson Force with like Panic and stuff. He basically kind of stepped down to simply, just focus on other projects. Like he helped made that Dead Sales game that we like played at like a few videos ago and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, now there's basically like a whole new team and stuff working on this game. So you can definitely see like like it's really not like the 2020 version of this game. Imagine showing a Guesty fan from like 2020 this in just 2025. Yeah, their balls will probably just just be flying off or something. I don't know. I cannot even understand what the hell he's even saying. I do also like the music. Just beg the guy's not copyrighted. And yeah, he's dead. He's fucking dead. Oh. Go, go, go. Okay, yeah, so yeah, obviously, it's chapter 4.5 because it takes place before chapter 4, like, no, after chapter 4 and before chapter 5. We probably ended up on, like that island and stuff, getting chased by, those weird spirits and stuff, like, probably around the Halloween time or something, and, we basically escaped, and then that's probably where we officially went to, like, chapter 5 and stuff, So, yeah, hopefully, overall, hopefully I can beat that, someday and stuff, but I just probably can really not right now. But now, let's just see if anyone, hopefully, made, like, any videos on Easter chapter, possibly, please. Okay, yippee, alright. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, chapter 4.5 has already, has been out for like almost 3 months by now, so it's probably gonna stay for a little bit longer and stuff, or hell, it might even stay, forever and stuff. I don't know. Just I really want to try to beat these, before the Easter chapter actually gets rid of and stuff, yeah, yeah, especially with Guesty, and his bug with like just stuck at the front door in that the golden key room and stuff, Yeah, alright. We might as well, actually, speed this up, actually, because, well, let's try to, like, not make any filler, I guess, or something. Of course, you have to use fucking AI. Yeah, I mean, I do like, Guesty is just, Guesty. Yeah, I mean, I think they did still... Are you fucking kidding? Okay, but, yeah, I'm pretty sure they did say that they're still working on, like, Chapter X. It's just that it's gonna, like, take a while and stuff, and obviously, these updates are obviously, to just keep people company and stuff, I'm just saying, just releasing anything but Chapter X. It's been, like, what, like, almost 3 years by now since, Chapter, like, 9 officially released and stuff, the military base. Yeah, alright. Yeah, and once you give all the eggs and stuff, Gert opens that up. And yeah, this is like the first ever like Easter like, event chapter that I even like, released, I guess. Usually there would be like either like I remember like every year from, like 2020 and stuff, or 2021, there would be, the Halloween or Christmas chapters and stuff, like the 2020 Halloween and Christmas chapters, or the 2021 Halloween and Christmas chapters. I don't think there's like a 2022 one, or even like, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Now this is like the first time they released something like an event chapter that wasn't, like a Christmas or Halloween kind of thing, So I'll say Easter. Yeah. This is obviously not canon to, Guesty, obviously. Okay, damn, risking it, I guess. Nothing's worth the risk. Yeah, so shout out to Darkness YT. YouTube. See, like, okay, how the fuck do you do that, genius? Whatever. Mainly, I just really do not want to play in, like, a public server and stuff, you know, because that's clearly going to cause a lot of problems. Especially since now the server sizes are, like, 12 players and stuff, so really, that's really not going to be good, especially for me on my console, you know, with, like, you know, like, FPSs to, like, you know, fucking, like, 5 frames, or, like, 1 frame per second or something, you know. Yeah, so once again, I'll probably, you know, just do the rest of this thingamajiggy and stuff, you know, once I actually have enough Roblox money to, or Robux, to actually, you know, just, like, renew my private server so that I can actually do this with, you know, stuff like that. I know some of you were expecting me to actually try to beat these, but, clearly, like, I'm not on, like, you know, my brother's Xbox or anything, like, right now, you know, so, yeah, no bueno. Yeah. And obviously, you know, with, you know, other events and, you know, other events from the past and stuff, you know, piling up in my inventory, you know, thankfully they actually added this, you know, thing where you can, like, you know, favorite you can, like, basically favorite, you know, like a skin or weapon or whatever and stuff, you know, and that actually really helps me with, you know, like, with, you know, favoriting all, like, the skins I need to, like, you know, record in the video and stuff, you know, so, yeah, WNK Studio for that and stuff, you know. Honestly, it would honestly been really cool if they can actually, you know, like, you know, you can actually trade effects and stuff, you know, or maybe even backs and stuff, you know. Yeah. No, there's probably not going to be a boss fight in this one. Egg of Darkness. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, this is probably going to be, this would probably be, like, a very difficult map to, like, get around and stuff. Oh, now you need a back flap. Okay, then. There we go. Oh, there's not even, like, you know, an ending cut.
One thing you should know about my mom.
Okay. Okay, so I guess there's just no ending cutscene there, I guess. Well, now let's, you know, lastly, now let's just, check out someone who, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually, like, get a skin for this, you know, like a Hollowed Spirit skin if you actually, you know, complete this game mode, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. But, yeah. Now let's just watch someone to actually, you know, do this and stuff, you know. Please, for the love of God, did someone do it? Oh, God, someone probably didn't do it that day. Anyone? All I'm seeing is Albert. It's just Albert. Please? Yeah, I don't think anyone made videos on it, so, I guess, well, you know, that's gonna be, like, for a future video and stuff, you know. Yeah, just, honestly, like, very, like, sorry if, you know, I kind of disappointed some people, you know. They probably clicked off the video by the time, you know, I even reacted to those, you know, videos. Yeah, but don't worry. I promise from my heart that I will hopefully, you know, like, beat these chapters, you know, complete the game mode and stuff, you know, like, off camera and stuff, and I'll make sure to show you guys and stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, now let's just go into Trade Island and basically just check out every single skin that I got so far. There's probably going to be, like, more events coming out in the future and stuff, you know, but, we have kind of a little break, you know, to, like, get this video ready and stuff, you know. Apparently there's, like, some new event types and stuff, you know, that are almost soon to actually come out. They actually added this, you know, like, update progress thingamajiggy and stuff, you know. And apparently all the event types are now ready. You know, see, like, right here and stuff, you know. This was, like, for the Easter update and stuff. Okay. So, yeah, like, new event type. I don't know if that I don't know if that, like, if that's supposed to be talking about, you know, the Battle Pass or whatever. As a matter of fact, it is probably talking about the Battle Pass, so who am I kidding? Yeah, the Easter chapter 2025. Yeah, this was for, like, you know, the birthday party event and stuff, you know. Which was just like that one, it was like that one event and stuff, you know, with like that, like, you know, it was like that previous event. I can't remember the name though. It's like, you know, like almost all of the skins, you know, in like, you know, the rare chance are like, you know, are all legendaries, but then a few, like, there's a small chance that it could be a godly and stuff, you know. Which, not gonna lie, that's probably one of my more least favorite kinds of events in Guesty and stuff, you know. Yeah, so just okay, yeah. And apparently the second daily crate is not even finished yet and stuff. So at least, like, you know, thank God we have enough time for that. That's for sure. So yeah, if we go over here, yeah, if we yeah. Yeah, chapter 4.5. Yeah, yeah, apparently we got Bloodbath, you know, 366 out of 500. That has to do with some, like, cauldron or whatever. The Scarecrow apparently was actually the most hardest to get it, actually, you know. And, it's already sold out and stuff, you know. We got Skelebath, 504 out of 750. The Skeleton, that's out. And the Spookfest, which is 915 out of 1,000. I can't tell, like, those restocked or whatever, but yeah, this is, like, lagging like a shit ton, honestly, so, I'm gonna see if there's a smaller server. Okay, yeah, thank the Lord in heaven for this, you know, the more smaller servers and stuff, you know. At least, hopefully, that can kind of help me a little bit, you know. And yeah, apparently some of the, like, the Guesty skins actually got redesigned already, you know, like the Tiffany Mayumi from, like, that one Valentine's event, like about a year ago and stuff, you know, so, I guess we'll also check that out. And also, like, you know, with also, you know, St. Patrick's Day, there was, like, a new crate and stuff, you know, like, a few new, like, godly, like, you know, coin skins, and a new ancient, which I was thankfully able to get and stuff, you know. And it's actually basically supposed to be based off of, you know, it's actually supposed to be based off of, you know, like, Diamond Eyes or something, you know. It, like, you know, like, that, I think that one character from, like, the Smiles family and stuff, you know. Apparently this game has, you know, like, obsession with Cletus and stuff, you know. I mean, obviously, since, you know, Cletus basically just, like, got this game to where it is right now. It's, like, very popular. Why would I leave NK? Oh, yeah, speaking of which, there's also this, new skin called, Mr. NK, which is pretty simple. You just have to, like, join the game multiple times and stuff, you know, to basically, you know, try and get it and stuff. Which I already did, you know, unexpectedly and stuff, you know, like, I found out about it and stuff, you know, and since I've obviously joined the game multiple times where, you know, just, like, you know, grinding coins and stuff, I did not even realize I even got the Mr. NK, but, how the fuck did I get... And yeah, apparently there's also a leave NK, which I'm guessing from the name, you basically just had to leave. I don't know, let me just, see if, you know, if anyone possibly made a video on that, though, you know? Okay, so someone dead. Yeah, it's our boy Midnight Mayhem and stuff, you know? The Guesty guy, yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so, yeah, so this was, like, from the birthday event and stuff, you know? It was, like, you know, the Squid Game event where you had, like, get, like, you know, like, amount of skins and stuff, you know? And then you, like, trade it in for, like, you know, this. Which, honestly, I'm really not a big fan of those kinds of events and stuff, you know? Like, maybe if it was, you know, something like, you know, it was, like, an ancient rarity with, like, a more high-quality skin, then maybe I would get it and stuff, but, like, nah, but... Yeah, so as you can see in the chat, you simply just have to, you know, spam leave NK and stuff, you know, in the chat, like, you know, like, like, you know, say this, like, 3 times and stuff, you know. Oh, it's probably gonna be, you know, a pain in the ass for me specifically and stuff, because I can't really, you know, kind of, you know, copy and paste, basically. I'm gonna just try one time, you know, to basically just show you. It said, so did I get it? It's supposed to delete your chat message. Like Midnight Mayhem said, it's supposed to delete your chat message and then replace it with you know. Hold on, let me just check real quick. Holy shit, this yeah, almost 700 goddamn scene boys from the birthday event. Yeah, boy, do I love those kinds of events, do I, fellas? All right, the music stopped playing. The music stopped playing. I don't. No. Clearly, I didn't get it. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that off camera as well because, you know, I can't really copy and paste and stuff, you know, that much. So that's gonna be kind of a problem for me, not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're kind of like in a more smallish server and stuff, you know. Let's you know, just try to get somewhere far away. As a matter of fact, I got an idea. All right. Yeah, it's like basically just get far away. Okay, yeah, so hopefully this can help me, you know, not really lag that much. So, yeah, let's just, start getting straight into, the skins and stuff, you know, like, everything I got, like, for the past, like, you know, few months and stuff. Yeah, we already saw the, you know, the 1x, 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 1, bundle, you know, in that infection round and stuff, you know. And yeah, this was like a part of, you know, the chapter 4.5, you know, update and stuff, you know. And, you know, you only have like a little bit left now. Obviously, you know, by the time I'm recording this, it's probably already gone and stuff. But, you know, like right now, you only have, you know, like by the time I'm recording this right now, one day before it actually gets removed, you only have like one more day to actually get it before, you know, Guest 666 just basically returns, I guess, you know. Yeah, we also got, you know, his iconic weapon, the Damon Shank. And, you know, we also saw his, you know, little, we also saw his little effect called like, you know, like, you know, owned. Or, you know, just Poo-owned or something, you know. Yeah, you know, with a P, if you know, you know. So, yeah, yeah, there was also, yeah, the Impale Cane was also from, like, the Advent Calendar and stuff, you know. Yeah, we'll get into, like, these later and stuff, you know, obviously because we have a lot more to check out, you have no idea. So, yeah, let's obviously just start off with, you know, the Tiffany Mayumi, you know, redesign, you know, and stuff. So, let's just kind of, can you not? Come on. Come on. Come on. What do you... Jesus Christ, this is actually so insufferable. I don't care. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's just try to, alright, is it a... Yeah, it's equipped it. Alright, are you kidding me? And you know what? You wonder why I can't even play the chapters, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be straight honest. I literally have to play on my, you know, phone. Like, I'm not even kidding. I actually probably have to actually play on my phone this time. Because, like, you know, my Xbox cannot handle, you know, the amount of stuff in Guesty at this point. You know, like, a few months, you know, back and stuff, you know, I get that, you know, that, it was still kind of working, but, like, it just cannot even handle it no more. I am not even kidding with that, so, yeah, see, like, look, I can actually, you know, move around at least, to say the least, so, yeah, now, we're just gonna have to do this on my phone at this point now, you know, so, hopefully, you guys can actually, you know, see this kind, you know, stuff, yeah, so, yeah, now, let's actually, yeah, let me just, go into the, go back here, and, like, holy shit, I hate my life, you gotta be fucking kidding me, okay, 75391 0. There we go. All right. yeah, sorry if I'm just taking up so much of your time. It's just that, the Xbox is probably, obviously I've been having it for a few years, and it's probably at that time we're gonna have to like, pull the plug, literally, because it's like, controlled by plugs. So yeah, starting off, anyways, yeah, this is the new Tiffany Mayumi redesign. Obviously, it looks way much better. I can't even lie, it looks way much better than the original and stuff. It actually looks like very eerie, looks scary and stuff. And yeah, it looks really. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like turn the brightness all the way up and stuff. Oh, okay. How the fuck did we get here then? All right. So yeah, now we got the So this was like on like the last day of the Advent calendar. For Christmas time in Guesty. And you basically get like I think like a weapon, like the ancient rarity, and just another like godly and stuff. Which this one is called, yeah, see, Advent 24. This is called the Ghoulish Ref, Yeah, this was like, the ancient that you basically get as a reward for, sticking around with the Advent calendar for like the past 12 days, if I can remember and stuff. Yeah. The Chroma Frostblade. Yeah, looking pretty cool, honestly. It's like some like kind of big ass spider and stuff. So yeah, this was obviously for like around the Christmas time. The most wonderful time of the year. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So oh yeah, yeah, like that's coming up and stuff. So let me go back down here. And we have the Diamond Eyes along. I think yeah. So yeah, the Autumnia. Yeah, the Autumnia. So here we have Diamond Eyes along with the Autumnia. Can you fucking yeah? So we got the Diamond Eyes along with the Autumnia, which was like from an autumn event, And the Diamond Eyes is simply supposed to be, like Diamond Eyes from the Smiles family and stuff, but like a little more fucked up. Am I the only one who thinks that this kind of looks like Nostalgia Critic? Okay, but anyways, moving on with that. Yeah, they apparently updated the entire, well, mainly, Guest 666 himself and stuff, yeah, they basically, updated, yeah, since it's, like, on lower graphics, of course, it's, like, looking very red and stuff, but, yeah, this is, as a matter of fact, like, hopefully it doesn't, like, no, it is on, or no, maybe it's because, yeah, it's probably because, like, this is on low quality, so... Or that just, I guess, looks like that, I guess. Unless if, like, it's one of those things where, like something like the imposter skins or something. Or the guard skins. Like, every time you equip the skin, something changes. But, I don't know. But either way, this is, the new updated Guest 666 and stuff. Which, honestly, looks a lot more better, honestly. Honestly, do kind of like that. Kind of, looks like he's just, fucking ruined up. After all, he was kind of deleted and stuff, I'm guessing. And yeah, so now we're going to kind of move on a little bit. And yeah, apparently from what I saw from like that guy who had the Shaggotti, apparently he got redesigned a little bit as well. As you can see with like all the boulders and rocks and stuff. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to see though if any of these other skins actually got redesigned. If not, let's check another one, I guess. Or maybe Ray Conan. Kind of looks a little different. Okay, no, he looks pretty much the same. I don't want to obviously, go from skin to skin to just see if they kind of, just had, like, one of their balls hair removed or something. Alright, so, yeah, I guess there was only Shaggotti or something, maybe. I don't know. There's probably a few that I'm going to kind of miss, so if so, then just let me know, I guess. But yeah, the race gift has finally opened, Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did check out, the sneaky gift and the red nose gift before, And, the race gift wasn't open yet until now. So, yeah, this is the race gift. Obviously, it's just like just some Christmas boy just driving in a little Christmas cart. He's got skedaddle, I guess. I'm trying my best to trying to not make the screen the phone just not even lookable and stuff. So hopefully it's on looking directly at the screen and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, we're just and also the Builder Elf also, kind of opened as well. Oh yeah, we'll get to that because that's part of some coin bundle thing. You know, you'll see. But yeah, this is you know, the builder elf and stuff. Another gift that was open in one of like the previous like 23 Christmas events and stuff. It really took them this long to honestly open it. Not gonna lie. And yeah, with the grave mistake from the second 4 leaves you know, crate, I still have, you know, the pwned you know, effect. Yeah, we'll just keep that open, I guess. So yeah, moving on. I'm pretty sure they did also, you know, kind of changed up Witty as well and stuff, you know, Witty from Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah. So this is the new Witty and stuff looks a lot more better than the original. You can see that like his eyes are, you know, like changing and stuff, which honestly looks cool. Along with him, you know, like kind of, yeah, like the little, like, you know, like, you know, you'll get it. Yeah, they could have at least, you know, gave him like a new animation. Oh yeah, speaking of which, speaking of the devil, almost forgot that they also redesigned Boyfriend as well, you know, or Boy. See, yeah, this is the new you know, Boy skin and stuff, you know, which honestly looks really cool, really nice. So yeah, a few of these skins that I got, you know, were obviously redesigned. I think the King Conqueror skin also got redesigned, if I'm mistaken. Or I guess not and stuff. It just looks different a little bit, you know. Some of these skins were actually just chained back to like the classic, you know, Guesty pose and stuff, you know, for some reason. I don't know if that's a bug or they just meant to do that. I don't really know. I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. So now we're moving on to like the actual new skins and stuff, you know. And believe me, we're gonna definitely be here for a while. Just saying. So oh boy, it's gonna crash, isn't it? No, it's fighting for its life. I should actually really, you know, like change this back to like. No, it is. Oh no, it's just that like, you know, this is just actually. Yeah, maybe that can possibly help. Who knows? So yeah, the crazy scientist, which I'm pretty sure we did check out before, it also got changed and stuff, you know. So yeah, this is the updated crazy scientist with the sweet taker. I think that was the name. Thankfully, you know, like, you know, every time when I click on the inventory, it doesn't just go immediately back up and stuff, so I could just start off where I was and stuff. So thank God they also did that, unless it was just only on the Xbox and stuff, and now that I'm just doing this on, you know, my phone. And apparently they also actually changed up the Munchkin. You know, if you remember, it used to be Ice Spice and stuff, you know. But now apparently it's just, I don't even know what the fuck. Apparently it's just, you know, a bacon, like, you know, kind of like a cool ass bacon now. I don't know if they changed it for copyright, or like, you know, it was just cringy or something. I can't tell, but I guess no more you know, like effect. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, now we're moving on to some of the auto. I didn't really bother to do this event and stuff, you know, so I only got a few of them. Starting off with Bacon Tom 404. That doesn't really make any sense. Along with the Bloodstream, also from you know, the second 4 leaves crate and stuff, you know. My God, oh my God, am I suffering? Yeah, pretty cool. There's also the Forever Fold, along with, you know, the Telemorin. Yeah, this is Telemon from, you know, the autumn event and stuff, obviously. And yeah, you can see him with, you know, his coffee and stuff, you know. I love hot cocoa. Shaletsky or Telemon or whatever you want to call him, obviously looks like someone who would really love, like, you know, coffee and stuff, you know. I guess. So yeah, now, this is like, this game was from like a previous event that I can't remember the name of, but it was another event that I didn't really bother to also do, which is Chuck Lloyd, which I do remember. It was like, you know, some kind of Roblox Myths event, which was basically, you know, some classic Roblox Myths, but put into Guesty and stuff, you know, stuff like that. It looks like he's actually looking up on his head, which is obviously the classic and stuff, along with the you know, the Haunting Hollow. So yeah, and now the Ghost Hunter 3000, which was, you know, kind of like, I guess you could say like a little bundle or something, you know, like a coin bundle and stuff that you could buy. This is Ghost Hunter 3000 with his Ghost Rifle 3000, which was from a previous you know, update, which I think was around the Halloween time, if I'm not mistaken. It's obviously, you know, supposed to be spooky looking, or around Christmas. I really cannot remember. It's been that long and stuff, you know. And now we're getting to some of the, you know, the godly crates and crate skins. We already checked out, you know, that. Did we check out? I don't think we checked out. I think we did, actually. Yeah, clogging up my entire throat, you know, just because I'm talking too much. So yeah, that's the Smirch Fidlet, whatever, along with the cheese. I'm not even gonna explain who this even is and stuff, you know. But to the people you know, who know what this is from and stuff, you know, you're a true one. I love you. Now let's make out. Anyway, so Cadiloa, yeah, whatever. And yeah, we got the talented noob, you know, which you can break dance. Let me break down for you. Oh yeah, yeah, kill him. Yeah, kill him. Come on. Oh yeah, yeah, come on. Yeah, donate to this guy. Come on. Yeah, it's pretty much, you know, a noob that can dance. Hell yeah. Yeah, see, look at him. If he does the default dance, it's all over. Then we got the Alar Knight. Pretty cool. We also, yeah, along with the wireframe, again, from the second 4 Leaves crate. I got most of these, you know, weapons from the second 4 Leaves crate, like, first try and stuff. I had to, you know, pay extra gems and stuff, you know, just to try to get the last ones and stuff, but thankfully I was able to get them and stuff, you know, so don't worry. Yeah, this is Alar Knight again from the... Yes, it's still on. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I just gotta make sure, you know, so that you guys can actually see what I'm actually showing and stuff and not me just looking like I'm going fucking insane. So, yeah. Next one, Spring Spirit and stuff. Along with the Ravenger's Chainsword. Yeah, this is, you know, the Spring Spirit, again from the Godly Crate and stuff, you know. I guess, you know, yeah, the Spring Spirit. Someone's in the Spring Spirit. And basically fucking died from being in the Spring Spirit. I don't know. Sounds like, someone. Next up is, Acicated or whatever. Along with the, yeah, now we're getting, like, into the weapons from, you know, like, the Advent, you know, Christmas calendar 2024 thingamajiggy. The first one being Trolley, Thrasher, you know, along with the, you know, Acicated and stuff, you know, from the Gothic Crate. Don't mind her. Yeah, again, this was from you know, the Advent Calendar. Now for you know, the Jolly Bandhammer and Telebot, we have like 3 and stuff, you know, and a 0 again from you know, the Godly. Oh my god. Okay, I thought that was just my brother coming home, but no, it was just, you know, my grandpa and stuff, you know, blah blah blah. Anyways, where was I? Oh yes, Telebot, both a 3 and a 0. Just, you know, a Telemon robot with the Jolly Bandhammer again from you know, the Out of Breath again. You know, from the Advent Calendar. And now for the Burcon bundle, which I think came out around the Christmas time, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I can't exactly remember which skin it had, like, you know, which weapon it exactly had. I probably forgot to actually, you know, like, favorite it and stuff, you know, as a matter of fact. Oh, no, I think it was the Ravenger's, chains. Yeah, it was the Ravenger's Chainsword. At first, I kind of forgot that, you know, I thought it was from, you know, like, the 4 Leaves crate, right? Yeah, so, yeah, this is, his weapon. I honestly completely forgot about that, my mistake. And yeah, this is, his, yeah, Burcon Ram effect. I'll probably just have to, you know, check out, you know, the bundles and their effects and stuff in a future, like, probably YouTube short, most likely, and stuff, you know. Because, you know, like, obviously, I can't even play Guesty at this point, especially with Trade Island on the Xbox, because it's just gonna keep, you know, crashing and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you already saw the incidents and stuff, you know, stuff like that, so, yeah, don't worry, I will hopefully try to, you know, check out, like, those, you know, stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, next up, we got the Blue Steel Eldest and stuff, you know, with the Mistletoe Wand, another, you know, another weapon from, you know, the Advent Calendar, which, you know, is this is, like, the Eldest, you know, skin from, like, one of these, you know, skin crates, if I'm not mistaken, and stuff, you know, like, those special godlies, but it's, like, a blue steel kind of dragon, I guess, you know, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and, if you, like, for context for some of these other skins and stuff, you know, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like, these, you know, skins right here, not Gummy Gator, obviously this is from the Amazing Digital Circus, you know, like, this skin, that skin, I think also this skin, and, yeah, this skin as well. So, these skins were, like, secret skins that you could find, like, during Christmas time and stuff, you know, you have to find presents around, you know, like, some of the chapters and stuff. You have to click them as, like, many times as you can to basically get a secret skin, you know. And I don't think you can get them yet anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that. Someone will probably correct me in the comments below. So okay, so we'll just save these future weapons for later and stuff because they will fit for I gotta really go take a piss right now. Oh my god. Sorry for the inconvenience. Next up we got the caveman, the first secret skin that I got during the 2024 Christmas update in Guesty, which is simply a frozen caveman and stuff. So yeah, looks like someone's kind of angry at the moment. Yeah, imagine showing him what's happening now in the real world. Anyway, so the second secret skin during the 2024 Christmas update, Ivory Snowshade. Yeah, this is Ivory Snowshade. I don't exactly remember. Which skin this was in, which chapter. I don't exactly remember. But I do remember that the caveman was in the lobby and stuff, of Guesty. So, yeah, there's also, one legendary that you could also get and stuff during the Christmas time. So, yeah, next up we got, Polarion. Polarion, hopefully I'm getting that right. And it's basically kind of like a pole, like a North Pole kind of robot, like Tron or something. I don't really know. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. And we got Gummy Gator, which is, quite simple. It's literally just, Gator. It's literally just, the Gator from, Chapter 4. But, if he was Gummy Goo from, the Amazing Digital Circus. We all probably know what the Amazing Digital Circus is already, so I probably don't even need to explain it. So, next up, we got, Frost L, another one of, the secret skins in the Christmas update, a pretty cool, skin. I like the effects and stuff, like the little wings and stuff. Next up, we got Frost Nahhead, which is obviously, Dr. Dark Matter, or, frosted up and stuff, I think those, the more, or no, I think this was, yeah, this was actually one of, the skins that you could actually get, during the, the Advent and stuff, and yeah, speaking of which, another one would be, Mistly, yeah, Mistlead and stuff, Look, a jolly old fuck. But yeah, and now for another Godly Crate skin, we got Guest Boy, which is kind of basically, hold on. Yeah, Guest Boy. Yeah, and apparently he doesn't even have, custom animation, which kind of looks fucked up a little bit, kind of not gonna lie. But yeah, it's basically, a Guesty doll. That's all you need to know about it. Yeah, another, secret skin, if I'm not mistaken, is, no, I can't remember if this was from the Advent or one of the secret skins, but who knows, it's, Supernova, Yeah, Supernova, yeah, looking like a pretty cool skin. Next up is Krampus 1x1. It's obviously 1x1x1x1, but it's Krampus and stuff, So, yeah, like Santa Claus is Builderman, and 1x1x1x1 is Krampus, I guess. I guess, I don't know. And this was also another, this was one of, the other reward that you would get, once you complete all 12 days of the Advent calendar and stuff, during the Christmas time, and that is Snow Buddy. Yeah, it's a fucked up looking snowman. This is what the newer generation would probably make for Frosty the Snowman. I don't even know. And this was another, this is another skin from the Advent calendar and stuff, which I actually had to trade for and stuff, I think, obviously I just used, a duplicate of one of my skins and stuff, which is Santa Bot, which is obviously, that, Santa Bot, avatar, bundle and stuff, from the Roblox Marketplace, which was probably 500 Robux at this point, and doesn't even have a custom animation as well, so, not gonna lie, probably, most of the skins in this game could probably have, custom animations, not gonna lie. And it's just me, probably gonna be too much, but just saying, could be cool, maybe, who knows. Yeah, which skin did he belong to? I'm pretty sure it's, No Control? Yeah, it's No Control and stuff, so, yeah, let me just get his, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Plane Crash, so, yeah, here we got the Possessed. Now, I can't exactly, I don't exactly know where this is supposed to be based off of, but I guess it has to do with, some Plane Crash, so maybe it has to do with some, airplane horror game and stuff on Roblox, maybe, the airplane story games we played, a few months, a few years back or something. Who even knows? If you guys know, like, the context of, like, this bundle in general, let me know. Because, the next one is Being Goner. Now, if you've been watching, Flamingo and stuff, Albert stuff, you probably know that this was like, some kind of, like, admin. Honestly, I searched this up myself, but this was like some admin command. You could, like, troll, like, little kids and stuff in Life's Paradise and stuff, Paradise Life, as Goner and stuff, and Flamingo obviously popularized it, and what do you know? He got added to Guesty. Once again, NK Studio, like, is starting to all of a sudden have a Cletus, addiction, and you'll probably see that later on. But, next up, we got, the Kill World bundle and stuff, with his, laser discharge and stuff, yeah, there was No Control, Retribution, Dark Matter, and yeah, it's like, yeah, this is also another pretty cool bundle and stuff, I like it that it's, like, kind of, like, 2D a little bit and stuff, looking pretty awesome, like a little robot, beep boop beep boop bop, so, yeah, now moving on, now we're at, and yeah, this is another one of, like, the skins and stuff, like, the secret skins and stuff. This was, like, in the 2020, Christmas chapter and stuff, and this is White Mamba. Who is White Mamba? Who the fuck knows? And yeah, this was, like, the only, Synth Wave event skin I basically got. This was, of course, like, this was from a Synth Wave, skin, like, event that I didn't really even bother to do as well, honestly, called a Synth Skater, which doesn't have a, like, custom, good, unique-looking animation, so, yeah, now we're officially moving to the Squid Game 2 events, and I kind of, made a mistake of saying, the birthday event, with, like, it's choosing, like, it was kind of similar to the Squid Game 2, I think I did say that, so, whatever, so yeah, now we're moving into the Squid Game, zone, starting with, Legend 230, which if you watched the show or have been on TikTok for a while, you can clearly know that this is Thanos. I'm not talking about Thanos, like, from, like, Infinity War or something. I'm talking about Thanos, like, bet you know I'm a legend Thanos. Like, Thanos, I guess, like, people should, like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so, this is, like, Thanos. I'm just gonna call him that, because I feel like it's fucking funny. Yeah, this is Thanos from, Squid Game 2, like, the sequel and stuff, where he got stabbed by a fork, so, yeah, what a way to go out, I guess, with his, weapon, the Game End, which is obviously, just a classic revolver and stuff. Can you, like, please, I'm surprised it's not even crashing at this point, because one glitch for, like, my iPad and stuff, and it's just, like, fucking gone. Yeah, now we got guard 11, which I'm pretty sure was one of those revealed guards in, like, season 2. I haven't really gotten to Squid Game, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to watch, like episode 1 to 2 and stuff, and I didn't really get into it, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Not gonna lie, I could have really, actually, like, used this for, like, that Thanos and stuff. Whatever. But, yeah, we got, oh yeah, I forgot to also check out the Impale Cane. Another, like, effect that you can actually get in the Advent Calendar, once again, don't worry, I promised for the life of me that I would try to, like, check out all of these, like, effects and stuff, like, probably in a YouTube short, or maybe if it takes long and stuff, then just in a future video, but that will probably take a while, so, yeah, but don't worry, that will come, I promise. And yeah, we also got, like, Bone Marrow. I can't exactly remember which event this was from and stuff, I cannot remember the life of me, I'm gonna be straight up honest and stuff, but yeah, this is, Bone Marrow. He looks like a disturbing looking fella, I guess. And yeah, now we got Guard Black, which is supposed to be like that black guard and stuff, I don't know what that was about, but yeah, this is the Black Guard. I'm pretty sure it was like the more menacing. I don't know Squid Game. I only know some of the characters. I played these games before. I keep quoting it and stuff, whatever. So yeah, we got Dulo as well, which is supposed to be like the brother, like, the prototype brother thing from, the doll from, like, Red Light Green Light. So I don't know. Like, I think I've seen him and stuff, in some promotion. I don't know. But we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Escape 456, which is obviously, obviously the guy, the man himself, the main character and stuff, the play these games before, dude, along with this big-ass triangles of doom, and yeah, that classic Mona Lisa cookie. Yeah, we would not want to be in that situation, would we? Of course not. So, yeah, we got Resolutionist, which these two bundles and stuff that I'm about to show, are from these are from the the New Year's and stuff. Like when New Year's dropped, they like these bundles released and stuff. And yeah, this doesn't really have a unique animation, but hey, it has like a little cane and stuff, called Countdown. So yeah, along with like the Golden Smite, which obviously like the Smite effects is obviously well known in Guesty if you've been playing for a while. And next up we got Spawn. Now, at first I wasn't able to actually get this bundle, but here's the thing. They actually extended, like originally it was like 10 days to get all these bundles, but they extended it, after adding the New Year's bundles and stuff, so like 30 more days or something, and I was officially able to get it, so thank God, thank you, NK Studios, yeah, but anyways, next up we got the Spawn bundle, which obviously has to do with, like, spawning checkpoints, I guess, spawn kill, like, that's what, like, the name is and stuff, so... yeah, I guess that's its whole thing. If it's like something else based off of it, I really don't know about it and stuff, But yeah, and we also got, the Celebratron Triad? I think so. Celebratron. With the New Year's Justice, I think it was called, with its New Year's Flare. Yes, or celebratory justice. I was kind of close, right? So, yeah, this is, it's bundle and stuff, the Celebratron, whatever, Celebratron, and yeah, that's pretty much all the effects. Oh, yeah, the gift wrap and stuff, but, yeah. And I think that's it, for, like, all of these and stuff. Now we're getting to the coin shop section, the first half, because, we have a few down here and stuff, but, of course, we're not even, like, well, we're kind of almost done. It's not, like, how long have we been here so far, Yep, of course, it's always been an hour and stuff, So, yeah, let's start off with the first, coin shop skin. Now, this was obviously, like, from a few months ago and stuff, or, like, in March or whatever, can't remember. And this is Albius, It's kind of like a heaven, I guess it's like some heaven thing or whatever, With the Dark Heart, with the Dark Heart, weapon. Now, if you, like, remember from, the April Fool's bundles and stuff, you would see that, do I have them? Yeah, right here. Shattered Illumina and Shattered Dark Heart. Now, obviously, these are shattered, but they added these weapons which are not shattered. So the Dark Heart and Illumina, which are just recolored Roblox swords mostly. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. So now we're moving on to Kralion, which honestly I should have really used the Dark Heart on him, but whatever. Illumina, which is I don't know what this is based off of and stuff. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Probably not just original character. But, whatever. So, yeah, now with the Battle Bones and its Red Sorrow weapon, this definitely, this is obviously fits with it and stuff. Yeah, like, some of you probably remember, like that, like those bundles and stuff, like the, yeah, the bundles and stuff, like the Poison Bundle and, like, the Burnt Bundle or whatever they're called, they were like skeleton bundles and stuff that were basically just reskinned, recolored and stuff pretty much. I guess you can like call Battle Bones the father, I guess, of both of those bundles. I don't really know. I guess I'm just gonna not canonize it. This is the father of those bundles, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty much Battle Bones and stuff. It's pretty much, just those two skeleton bundles, but just a lot more better, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, with its Red Sorrow weapon. So yeah, looking really, really cool. So now we're gonna go with Ready. Now you might be wondering, who the hell is Ready? This is Ready. Dear fucking God. Yeah, it kind of looks like those enemies from like Paracam or whatever, but it also has the face of like 130 or something, whatever his name was from Doors and stuff. I honestly don't know, but looks like it's about to crash out, I guess. With the Painful Sorrow, weapon. Yeah, it looks like, it's kind of like... Yeah, it looks like two fishing tanks, like, as a weapon, basically. So, yeah, now we're just gonna save those, Valentine's, weapons for later and stuff, because we have a few more to go. Anyways, So, Mecha Guesty AM4, which is obviously, you know, just a robot Guesty and stuff, you know, playing to destroy the world. See? Like, shooting his lasers out like Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. And we got Hopeless Bloxer, which was the most expensive one out of all these, which was 100,000 coins. Yep, you heard me, 100,000 coins. Now, you may think that, like, you know, that's just pretty, pretty easy money to get and stuff, you know, in this game. Well, guess what? You are fucking wrong, because especially with, you know, the missions and stuff, you know, like decreasing their coins, like inflation and stuff, you know, with, like, you know, like, yeah, you don't really get that much coins now, like, you know, unlike, you know, like in the good old days of Guesty and stuff. So, like, getting 100,000 coins may sound, like, very quick to get, but believe me, you're gonna have to probably go through, like, countless rounds and just getting 300 coins and stuff. That's mainly what I had to, or I just mainly just grind and get, like, Trade Island, I'm gonna be honest and stuff. I just mainly just bought this with, you know, like, Roblox money, technically, you know, with gems or whatever. So, anyways, so yeah, now we got the OG of Doom, which is one of those you know, coin skins that you can't pay with, you know, gems and stuff. No, you have to pay with, like, actual, like, money, actual coins and stuff, you know. But yeah, this is OG of Doom, an apple, an evil looking apple with a knife through it. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. And now we got the Confetti Baker, another you know, skin that was from the Godly Core. Was this like the last one and stuff, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, apparently it is. So yeah, obviously I'm not really worried at this point. I'm not gonna worry about the Niccolo, Onyx and stuff, you know. Honestly, at this point, no. But yeah, Confetti Baker. It's like a birthday cake looking fella and stuff, you know. Cutie patootie looking fuck. Anyways, so now we're getting to the official, you know, Heart RNG skins. Now, some of these are from, like, previous year and stuff, you know, and some of these are, like, you know, new and stuff, you know. They got added, you know, like with the adding of, you know, the Heart RNG event. So I got some old ones and some new ones, basically. And some, you know, new ones and some old ones with weapons and stuff. Starting off with Valentine's Bear with Love Basher. And you see, it's like a little Valentine's Bear, you know, just kind of sitting down and then just charging at you, you know. With a Love Basher. Yeah, I can bash you with love. And probably show a lot of blood, but the red means love, right? You're right, alright. Heart Shredder along with Sasokor. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Sasokor, yeah, with its, I already forgot the name. With its Heart Shredder. So we got yeah, we already been here for like 1 hour, so let's just speed this up a little bit. You know, we got Vesper Dusek, which, of course, you know, like there's so many versions of Duseks and stuff, you know. Like, it's like the fucking Invincible War, you know, just Guesty, but instead of just Marks and stuff, it's just Duseks and stuff, you know. I don't even know. But yeah, this is Vesper Dusek with the Blost and stuff, you know. It's pretty simple, just basically a Valentine's Matt Dusek, you know. What's next? Like a St. Patrick's Day Dusek? That's probably gonna happen someday, isn't it? Anyways, so, next, yeah, this is like a new one, I think. These are like the old ones, and this one is another old one, if from what I remembered, called Archuro, I think, or something like that. Which looks like, you know, just like a kind of like, you know, like an army man or something. I don't know how to explain it. With a love lash sickle. Yeah, that's gonna give love, that's for sure. Anyways. Next up is Cardiac, which is another old Heart RNG skin with the Beloved Slash. Yeah, Beloved Slash. They're definitely going to love this, you know. The Valentine's Freddy Krueger over here, you know. Anyways, Heart Basher, along with the Bon Bum plushie, which is definitely another old one from, you know, the first time the Heart RNG got introduced and stuff, you know. And yeah, it's pretty much, you know, just a little gift for you. And then you fucking die on the same day on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day! That was like 2 months or 3 months ago already. So yeah, next up Crimson Heart, which is another old one. And yeah, we're obviously just gonna save these last few and stuff, you know. So yeah, this is you know, Crimson Heart. You know, obviously with the Heart RNG, you know, like some of these were very easy to get, some of them are very hard to get. But this year, you could actually be able to, you know, like upgrade it to like basically, you know, get you more of a chance. You know, like you could decrease the cost or something, like increase your luck and stuff, you know. And that really helped, honestly. But a few days, like, when the event was actually about to end, like an update happened and stuff, which basically lost all your progress to heart, the heart RNG, your progress, your upgrades and stuff, pretty much all of that, don't worry, like your skins didn't get removed or whatever, but pretty much like all my heart, like 30,000 heart tokens or whatever, all got removed, and I pretty much did not even bother to like try again and stuff, because I worked my ass off, and then that ass got taken. I don't know. Anyways, I think this is a new one. Heart Hunter for Fiersa, which is pretty much like kind of like Crimson Heart, like Crimson Force, I guess. It kind of looks like him. I don't know if it was intentional or whatever, but yeah, pretty much Crimson Force, I guess. I don't really know. Anyways, Timeless Heart, which actually got updated. I think, yeah, this is a new one. And this is an old one, so it got updated, which I don't know what the old one looked like, but this is probably looking a lot more better than the previous, So, yeah. Anyways, I am, like, yapping so much and stuff, I mean, it's a Guesty video, so what do you expect? And the last one, which is, I think... No, we have a few more. Never mind. I'm stupid. Anyways, but either way, next up, we got Sophia. Not Sophia's the first or whatever. Just Sophia, I mean, this isn't a bad hear me out, right? Okay, anyways, yeah, we got the Crook, which was actually, a coin, a coin shop skin that, got added, I guess, and stuff, Yeah, basically, a little crook and stuff, see? Look at him, looking menacing, look like a mob boss and stuff, You disrespect me. You disrespect my entire family, ass Crook, I guess. And yeah, now we got another one, which I think was, I think it's new, or I can't remember. But it's called Obsessed, Yeah, she's like a obsessed demon girl, I guess, Yeah, so anyways, we got Victor, which is obviously, like an older, an old skin and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much Victor and stuff. He's a sleepy boy. We got Hurt Heart, which I'm pretty sure it's a new one, actually, There's also some legendaries from this and stuff, Yeah, this is Hurt Heart. Ouch, you must be really hurt. Heart. And we got Ruby, which I think is also, an old one. Yeah, this is Ruby right here. Let's just kind of speed this up, not gonna lie. This is Candy Yunny. Oh, shit, there's the warning. Anyways, Candy Yunny. Here is, yeah, you could see that, it's kind of losing its, frames and stuff per minute. We got Candy Yunny. We got Tagushi, which is obviously another old one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is Tagushi. It sounds like from an anime or whatever that I probably don't know. We got Loving Booker, which is obviously another, which is a new one and stuff, clearly. Which kind of looks like Telmon, I guess, It is definitely lagging so much more, that's for sure. We got Rosalty. Yeah, Rosalty. And it crashed. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you can definitely tell that, Guesty, has been on a roll with just, really releasing too many updates. At this point, I would just revert to just wait for, Chapter 9 for, 5 years, honestly, because I cannot keep up with all these. Yeah, so clearly I'm not really able to exactly, get every single skin from all these events and stuff, Some of them, I just really don't even feel like, bothering to play them because I just needed a break or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I mean, since we are on the phone and stuff, then we can now, spam the, leave NK and stuff, but we can't, spam too much, otherwise we're just gonna get banned. Let me just, 5-3, shit, sorry about this, what the fuck? There we go. Anyways, my apologies, fellas. Yeah, the Gollies aren't the only ones that we're checking out today. There's clearly more legendaries, obviously from the Easter craze and stuff, pretty much. So, oh yeah, we're not even halfway done. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, buckle your seatbelts, fellas, because we're gonna be here for a while. So, yeah. Next up is Feljack, which is another the last hard RNG skin that I was able to get and stuff, pretty much. Yeah, it's like a kind of a jester clown this time. And now we're moving on to like the coin skins, from the St. Patrick's Day update, along with that St. Patrick's Day crate, which we'll get to in the later and stuff. As a matter of fact, I can probably just we'll just do them last, honestly, because they're less important than Godly's, pretty much, I guess. So yeah. First up, we got Luck Master Luke, which is pretty much Stick Master Luke, but it's obviously St. Patrick's Day, so he has the luck and stuff. We got Builder ET. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's pretty much Angel, like very cloudy, like Builder Man and stuff, Very nice. We got the Emerald Host. An Emerald Host, I guess he hosts emeralds or steals emeralds. I really do not know, but yeah. So now we're officially done with that. Now we're moving on to the newer ones, basically. Like the newer, as if, like, I got these, like last month, or by the time I'm recording this, I got these, like this month, which is like April 29th and stuff, So, yeah, like the newer ones, basically, I got these, like, like around March and stuff, these ones I got, like this month, April and stuff, but, there's still more, to say the least, I guess, and it's like, it's like, holy shit, it's like 6:15. Alright, let's just kind of hurry this shit up. I told you guys that this would most likely be a longer video, like 2 hours maybe-ish, I guess. Somewhere around that, because clearly we haven't even got to the legendaries yet and stuff, so, yeah, gotta swallow my own spit just for some food or something, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, these were from the, Fool's event, Fool's event, the April Fool's event, basically, This was for, like, April Fools, obviously, and stuff. The first one being Greedy Pirate, which is, I guess it's like, Telemon as a pirate with, the face or whatever, I don't know. Or it's just a greedy pirate, basically. That's all you need to know. And, of course, we got Cletus once again, Cletus is really, like, I mean, I can't really blame that. Oh, for a second, I thought it was, like, a shit stain, but no. But, yeah, so, yeah, this is, Cletus and stuff. I can't really blame them for, like, keep adding Cletus and stuff to, like, their events, because obviously, like, Flamingo basically kind of helped them really, like, become popular, basically, like, I mean, at least 100 million visits popular, at least. So, yeah, this is Cletus, you obviously see, like, the strawberry, if you know, and, like, Earthworm Sally and stuff, and, yeah, he looks very disturbing, to say the least. Next up, we got Future Bot, which is simply, just, like, the help bot and stuff, helper bot, whatever his name was and stuff, from Roblox, but in the future, like in 2030 or something. Next up, we got Playcore, and a funny thing I forgot to almost mention here is that I got all these Fool's Event skins, like, in less than 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. I am actually, like, being so dead ass right now, Like, as soon as this event came out, I immediately started locking the fuck in and actually started getting these one by one. Hell, most of them I got, like first try and stuff, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, like the Molten Rock Eldernet and stuff, which is supposed to be, like, the rarest. I got that shit, like, in, like, like, very quickly and stuff. So, yeah, not to really brag and stuff, but just, I probably you guys weren't able to do that. Anyways, so, yeah, this is Playcore and stuff, just a big-looking robot, TV head thingamajiggy. With, the Guesty head on it, of course, oh, shit, so the Molten Rock Eldernet, the Subtrapped, and the Sea Captain 244 are simply, like, remember those, April Fool's bundle skins and stuff, but in April Fool's edition, starting off with, like, Molten Rock Eldernet and stuff, which he's Molten Rock and stuff now, and Subtrapped, which he's basically, just a subspace trip mine now, iTrap, remember that? Yeah. And also Sea Captain 244, which was, like, Caleb or something 244, but now he's a captain. Arg, matey, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, most of these skins are basically, just like, some of the, the characters we basically know in Guesty, but, and, funny for April Fools. Oh yeah, speaking of which, guest roll. Yes, I'm not even kidding. This is actually like a real, like, this is also part of the Fools event and stuff. I mean, no kidding, it's April Fools, so. Got Whimsical Dusek and stuff. Another, like, Matt Dusek in the span of, like, a month and stuff. Or, like, 2 months, I guess you can say, I don't know what this is supposed to be based off of and stuff. We got boxed 1x1 and stuff, which is pretty much a low quality 1x1x1x1 and stuff, so that's kind of funny, I guess. You can see that he tried his best, to say the least. We got, Thanos Newbie, or Ultimate Newbie. And, this can actually really fit with, the Infinity Gauntlet, if you remember that one. I don't think I have it equipped, saved or something, so I'm just gonna go find it real quick. This actually really fits, not even joking here. Yeah, so, are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, of course I had the favorite, so let me just, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck did it go? What the hell? Okay, let me just, alright, sorry about this. Where the fuck did that go? Where the hell did the Infinity Gauntlet go? Okay, whatever. I guess it's just too much of a pussy deal to come out, but yeah. So this is the Ultimate Newbie. And next up we got, it's already lagging again. We got Paper Sea, which is a 2D paper Guesty and stuff, pretty much. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna leave a lot of skins here, ain't I? Yeah, this is honestly pretty funny, pretty cool and stuff, like that's 2D and stuff, even has a back of it and stuff, Shout out to the artist who made this. I don't know who it is, but if you're watching this, it actually looks like some pretty good art. Keep making art. We got, and now, we're already done with, we're already basically done with, the April Fool's event skins. Now we're moving on to, some of the birthday event skins, which, like I mentioned before, it was that one event with a Wendigo-ness or whatever skin, where, most of the skins were just legendaries, and a rare chance of a godly appearing and stuff, Yeah, not really a fan of those and stuff, but, yeah, at least I got some of the skins, to say at least, not really all of them and stuff, and it was pretty much, just like the Squid Game event and stuff, where, you could trade in all the skins for the anniversary trophy, and especially for this one, wasn't really worth it and stuff, Probably because it was really just an anniversary trophy, stuff. Maybe if it was more, a more better skin, honestly, a more high-quality skin with, an ancient rarity, then maybe I could actually, try to lock in more, but it wasn't. So, why even fucking bother doing it while wasting your ass, countless days and stuff? Whatever. Chocolate cake. Boom. We did it. So, now we got birthday Lisa. We already know Lisa from Chapter 3, and now she's celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. So, we already saw Lisa multiple times, so you got sweet cake now and stuff, Yeah, here, have cake. Let them have cake. I just love how, the Ultimate Newbie just fucking stayed there. So I like it so much that... Alright, but we got Party Samurai, and of course it's having, the head hair. How does that work? Does the hair grow under the skin for that to happen? That's kind of a disturbing thing to really think about if you really think about it. Looks like something from, Regretivator. Maybe it is from Regretivator, I don't know. But anyways, now, but yeah, for now we're done, yeah, so, yeah, we just have, yeah, so, yeah, this skin, right, yeah, so, these skins right here. The first one being, yeah, hold on, let me see if I can just, I'm gonna go, give me a moment. Let me get the favorites. Okay, let's just, equip the golden crowbar for this. So, yeah, this is the Matt Dusek tree with the golden crowbar. I'm definitely blending in, right? Okay, and yeah, this is the Mr. NK that I was talking about earlier, which is pretty simple. You just have to, just join the game multiple times until you get the skin, I think it's like a 1 out of 100 chance to get and stuff, So, as a matter of fact, yeah, we'll do that later and stuff pretty much and stuff. Yeah, and now for another birthday event skin that I got, the Cakeversary, skin, Yeah, anniversary cake. Hooray. Yeah, a big looking cake. Yeah, hopefully it's chocolate flavor. So yeah, we got propeller pilot and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to fit with the big bonk hammer. It kind of looks like. And yeah, that's the propeller pilot with the big bonk hammer. Okay, someone, just, kind of being negative about, a Buggy Space shirt, but that is alright and stuff, everyone has their own opinion. So, anyways, yeah, propeller pilot, big bonk hammer. Moving on, we got celebratory kid, which is obviously, the bacon kid, But he's celebrating the birthday, you know, because obviously Guesty has officially turned 5 years old and stuff, you know. Wow, it's really been that long. Wow. I'm becoming unk status. Even though I'm only like fucking almost 16 at least. Damn. Party Rex, which is, you know, obviously, you know, the Guardian skin and stuff, but pretty much, you know, celebrating the party as well. Hooray! Happy birthday. Makes sense with the fireworks. And we got the headless, Bicentennial? I don't know how to pronounce that, but just headless horseman, but he celebrates the birthday as well. Does he? Is he supposed to? I'm pretty sure he's supposed to have like a special animation or whatever. I mean, hey, he's leaving some confetti, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Anyways, now we're moving on to Timekeeper Lana with the Paradox Parasol. I'm pretty sure this is also supposed to fit as well, you know. Yeah, I don't really know Hat in Time that much and stuff, you know, but I do know that, you know, Lana, I think, yeah, Lana's her name, right? I don't know. But yeah, you know, with her little umbrella. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Anyways, moving on. We got Lily Blaine, you know. You remember that guy who always appeared, who used to appear, you know, and, you know, when you buy the ROBUX and stuff, or, you know, like, the average rich Roblox player. Yeah, it's Lily Blaine. This is Lily Blaine with his Blaine staff, pretty much. So, I guess he really just doesn't have an animation, if I'm not mistaken, because it really didn't show before and stuff. I don't really know. But yeah, now moving on, we got Midnight Raider, Minish, you know? So, yeah, is there any other ones I'm missing? I don't think so. So, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, so, yeah, this is Midnight, Raider Minish. I don't know what this is supposed to be based off of. I don't know if it's like an original character. Once again, if you guys know any of these skins that are original and, you know the origin, please let me know in the comments. I'll probably heart it and stuff. And yeah, with the Rainbow Crystal, which was from, you know, the St. Patrick's Day crate. And yeah. And the one that took me a while to, get and stuff, you have no idea, is Doll Balloon. Thank the Lord in heaven that I got this, and stuff. You know, it took me quite a little bit to get this. So, yeah, you guys can clearly see, right? Right. Alright, so yeah, this is obviously Doll Balloon and stuff. It's basically Dolby from, you know, the April Fool's shop and stuff. But, you know, as a balloon, you know, obviously from, you know, the balloon, you know, like, from the birthday event from the original Bully Spaces, pretty much. Like, if you, like, stop at, you know, at once, it's like, never mind. We don't need to get into that. So, and now we are actually pretty much done. We're just pretty much done with all the godlies, actually. So, yeah, but don't think we're stopping there. No. We still have to get, like, past, you know, most of, you know, the legendaries, the rares, the uncommons, the okay, anyways, let's not, like, cry like a baby and stuff, you know, and actually just, you know, get this more faster, you know, because and yeah, I'm pretty sure they also did, you know, redesign, you know, the elite skins and stuff, you know, so, yeah, this is the redesigned, boy elite, you know, skin, yeah, they redesigned both of the elite, skins and stuff, you know, which is honestly pretty cool. And next up we also got, you know, we also got the girl elite skin and stuff, you know. Obviously, this is from the elite VIP. Obviously, I got that way long ago and stuff, you know. So, yeah, and these two skins right here are also from, you know, you know, the secret skins from, like, the Christmas update. First one being Ginger Warrior, which is obviously, you know, the gingerbread man actually locking in or something. And we got Final Verdict. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Grim Reaper, pretty much. Yeah, these, like, skins, you know, skins like these and stuff, you know, were from, I can't remember which crate it was called, like, what crate it was called, but it was just in a crate or whatever, you know. So, yeah, this is pretty much Gummy Sharky, which is obviously, you know, just, you know, the Sharky skin from, you know, long ago in Guesty, but as a gummy. So, yeah, probably eat that shit up. Yeah, now, this is from the skin crates, like, the 10th skin crate, I'm pretty sure, which is Hungry Dino. So, yeah, basically just the green dino. And we got Popsicle Lesty, you know, which is obviously, you know, a Guesty Popsicle and stuff, you know, which doesn't even have a, you know, an actual animation. Like, they could at least, like, made him, like, you know, hop around or something, but no, not any of that. Yeah, so, like, whatever. yeah, now we got the social dino, which is pretty much just a blue dino and stuff. So we don't really need to check these out because they're basically just recolors, like playful dino. And now, and yeah, now we're getting into like some of the other, we're getting into some of the other, Heart RNG skins that I got, which are legendaries now, called like Rosario, yeah, pretty much. And yeah, we got the Sanguine. Yeah, I think most of these are like new ones and stuff, except for like Harpy, I think, and stuff, Yeah, there's a Sanguine. We got Queen of Hearts, Yeah, we obviously know the name of the Queen of Hearts and stuff, We got Juliet, which I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be based off of, obviously Juliet from like Romeo and Juliet, or it's just conveniently have the same name. And we got Sacrifina, Yeah, this is Sacrifina. Cool looking, skin. We got Crescent, obviously, the Crescent moon and stuff, Another cool looking skin. We got Heartbeat as well. Yeah, we got Heartbeat. And we got Gumballer, which was from the 10th skin crit, I think. No? I can't even remember, honestly, at this point. Yeah, we got Gumballer, fucking Benson from, more, like, regular show. And we got Scene Boy. Almost 700 of the goddamn Scene Boys. Yes, that is how much, like, birthday event, like, crates I basically opened up. Yeah. Really not a big fan of this event. I can't even lie to you and stuff, That's why I have a fucking grudge against, Scene Boy. Fuck Scene Boy. Alright, so now we're getting to the April Fool's crate, Yeah, this one right here, the Fool's crate right here and stuff, And yes, there's a Walter White and the Low Taper Fady. It's still massive, by the way. Anyways, Pizza Place Worker. We already know this is Elliot and stuff from work at a pizza place with his little, pizza box and stuff. I haven't really checked out, the other skins, as a matter of fact. Yeah, this is Cinefix or whatever. This was, you had to put in a code and stuff to get the weapon. But, yeah, this is the Crying Noob. Yeah, this is the Crying... If you... Yeah, you probably, like, seen, the TikToks and stuff, of, like, when my mom doesn't call me at, like, after, like, 8:01 p.m., like, fucking crying. Yeah, we've all seen that, probably. But this time, they're spiders! Oh, no! No wonder he's fucking crying this time. Yeah, this, like, we got the Pot Gold. We got the St. Patrick's. Yeah, these are from, these are from, St. Patrick's Day, so let's just go for them. Got the Clover Edge, got the Clover Camo, we got the Wood Fade, we got the Cloud Fade, we got the Clover Checker, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's basically, like, all the weapons now that we have to check out. So, at least we went for that, but we still have to check out, like way more fucking skins now. So, let's move on with the Classic Cat. We all know the Classic Cat and those yeah. I mean, at least it actually looks like he's actually, just walking around, so if just looking, like, floating in the air, like, 360 no-scope or whatever, I don't know. But, yeah, that's the Classic Cat. Kitty kitty. Nice. Alright, and yeah, we got the Egg Destroyer from the, the Easter crate and stuff. Thankfully, I was able to actually get this today and stuff, like, just in time for me to actually make the video, or was it yesterday? Either way, I still got it, and I'm fucking happy about it. So, yeah, this is the Egg Destroyer. Ooh, boy. Dangerous looking fella. And yeah, so these were from like the crate from like the dinos, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The first one being Galaxy Girl, Yeah, this is Galaxy Girl, and this is Rune. This is Rune. Let's just make this quick, honestly. Actually, let's lock in Cosmic Brownie, which is obviously Cosmic Brownies from, like, Little Debbie's. Honestly, Oatmeal Cream Pies is honestly, like, way more better. Fight me, I guess. We got the Dangos, which, I'm pretty sure it's, like, just, like, the chocolate, the Napoleon or something, ice cream and stuff, both strawberry, vanilla, and, like, chocolate, I guess. I don't know. Or just Dangos, whatever. I don't even know. Next up, we got, yeah, I think the Starstone Rexy was actually from, I think the Starstone Rexy was actually another... I think it was another, like, skin from, the Advent Calendar, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, but this is Starstone Rexy, which honestly looks like it could be a godly, just saying. Yeah, now we're getting... Yeah, so now, here's the S'mores, which is obviously, just a living s'mores and stuff that's ready to go kill you and turn you into a s'more. Next up is Wicked. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the skin right here. Wicked. Anyways, next up we got Zerker. This was from another crate that I cannot remember for the life of me. Definitely could look like another Godly. And Nevermore. There's Nevermore. Yeah, those big ass heart eyes. Look like someone's in love. We got Cupitra, which is a new rare skin from the Heart RNG that's obviously deleted by now. I don't know if it's gonna come back next year, but probably not. Since it's already been re-added like again and stuff. So yeah, this Osmodeus and stuff. Another Heart RNG skin. Got Handsome Thief. Yeah, Handsome Thief and stuff. A handsome looking fella. I'll let you steal my fucking gold any day. I mean, maybe even butt fuck me. I don't know. Anyways, Lavender Hex, which was from one of those previous events and stuff. But yeah, this is Lavender X or Hex. I meant. That kind of almost rhymed. We got Sound. Yeah, this is Sound. This was I'm pretty sure this was from Daily Crate and stuff. And for some reason, Space Surfer was somehow more difficult to get than the fucking the Gumballer from the same crate, I think. Yeah. How was this more difficult to get than it? I do not know, honestly. Maybe God really hate me at that, or NK Studio or something. Got Very Festive Sophie. I think this was also from the Heart RNG. Oh. Okay, I did not expect it to be a fucking dog, but alright. Well, woof then. Alright, so now we're getting into the Fool's, basically the only rare, mostly, I guess, from the Fool's crate, which is the Junk Bot. If you remember from 2020 from that Junk Bot incident, then you are the GOAT, I guess. Anyways, and now for the 3 rares of, the Easter crate. The first one being Search Egg Ref, which are pretty much, just the same skins, but, just kind of recolored, just like the dinos and stuff, pretty much. Like, the Void and the Assur. So, now for the Undead Captain. Ooh. Yeah, so it's the Undead Captain right here. What the fuck is that in the sky? Oh, no, that's just for my, the particles of my effects. Silly me. My arms are really hurting like shit, honestly. Goddamn. Because, they've been on this damn table for, God knows how long. Anyways, we got Ginger Gal, yeah, this is Ginger Gal. I'm pretty sure this was, from yeah, this was definitely another Advent Calendar kind of skin. We got the Ginger, or the Broken Bread, Yeah, Guesty, but, a gingerbread. We got the Widow. Yeah, not Black Widow. The Widow, I guess. We got Scrap. Yeah, this is Scrap right here, Look at that goddamn vampire from Twilight. We got Joy, which is a creepy looking clown. Stay the fuck away from me, especially in the 2016 clown sightings. And yeah, all of these are all three of these are from the Heart RNG as well. For example, Desire Dire. These are the new ones and stuff, by the way. So yeah, that's Desire Dire. Not even gonna bother walking around because that's just will waste more time. And we got Aor. Don't fucking look at me like that. Got Scarlet Bewitch. So yeah, we got Scarlet Bewitch. You a bitch, I guess. And yeah, these are the 2. The 3 ones and stuff from the fucking Daily Crate, right? Yeah, the Daily Crate. We got Forp. Hello to you too. We got the Solstice. Yeah, Solstice and stuff, Wow, really the god of life, I guess, huh? And we got Buccaneer, which is pretty much just a pirate, mostly. Yarg me. Oh, it has a little, kind of effect, I guess, Pretty nice. And now we're getting to some of the Fool's, skins and stuff, The first one being Chemist, which, if you probably already know at this point, it's Walter White. Walter White is in the fucking Guesty game. Wow. Imagine just showing Flamingo all this stuff, clearly he hasn't played the game in a while. Obviously, so he probably doesn't even remember, honestly. So, yeah, the last thing from, the last, uncommon from the Fool's Crate is the body swap, the body swap potion skin, you know. Yeah, this is obviously, you know, the body swap thing. Like, back in the good Roblox days, you would basically, you know, body swap with someone and stuff. But since gears are pretty much useless now and stuff, and pretty much just for decoration on your avatar, it's really not even useful now at this point, so... Now for these are again just reskins and stuff. So like Egg Entity 01, 03, and 02, and yeah, these are pretty much, you know, just reskins as well. You know, red bit, blue bit, pink bit, black bit. Sounds like a fucking Dr. Seuss. Yeah, and this was like the first ever event calendar skin, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You know, pretty much it's just a normal snowman. Yeah, we got green caramel tea. You know, and we got green caramel tea. And we got red caramel tea. You know? Yeah. Nice. And we got Hound. We're almost there, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, we got Hound. Basically the Cerebus, you know, like, you know, thing. Hades and stuff like that. We got Silk. Or Milk. Silk Milk, you know? I remember that. I never even tried it, but... The Ripper. Like Jack the Ripper, right? Yeah. This is Ripper. And, Fiery Dusek. Another Matt Dusek in the goddamn video. Jesus Christ. What is this game's obsession with Matt Dusek? I mean, I get it, classic Roblox, but, like, come on, bro. And, yeah, no, I think this is, one of the new comments from the re-added Heart RNG. And now for the two ones from, like, you know, yeah, that. The Undead Necromancer, you know. Ooh, spooky. Next up, we got Blade Baller, which is clearly probably, you know, based off of... Yeah, this obviously Blade Ball and stuff, you know. Really haven't played the game in a while. Pretty much became a cash grab, if I'm being honest. We got Sea Sorb and stuff, which look kind of pretty much... Yeah, it's just pretty much aliens and stuff, I guess you can say. We got Glebe Glop, you know, Bogle Spinted. You know. And we got Inverti and stuff, you know. Yeah, basically just inverted, you know, photo negative, Guesty. Make a FNAF game out of that. And, now we got, the most massive skin out of... Anyways, we have the most massive skin out of, like, this entire, you know, like, this entire video. And that's the Low Taper Fady, baby. I know, I'm cringe. Anyways. Yeah, we got Green Kid, which is, you know, the cool kid, but he's green. He's a little happy now. Joyful and shit. Yeah, and, yeah, once again, Eggo, like, you know, just reskins Eggo 1, Eggo 2, Eggo 3. And that's it. We finally did it. I finally did it. Oh, apparently, you know, like, or no? No, it's pretty much the same, but it's kind of broken, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty much broken, honestly. Alright, so, yes, we finally did it. We finally checked out all the skins I got from, like these past events for almost a year. The weapons, I mean, I pretty much didn't check out, you know, hold on, as a matter of fact. Yeah, the D-LARP 1. Yeah, this is the D-LARP, oh, God, whatever. And the NHA, yeah, that's it. Boom, we did it. Hooray, huzzah. Or no, I think there was yeah. Oh, yeah. I completely almost forgot and stuff, you know, like some of the backs that you could also get from the Heart RNG and stuff. You could pretty much just get anything. Also, that one from, you know, yeah, so, yeah, first of all, we got the Simp's, Sun and stuff, you know, which was from the Synthwave event. We got the Unpleasant Surprise, which was from the Squid Game event, you know, which was like, you know, someone dying or something, I don't know. The Lovely Radio, you know, having little particles. The Broken Hearts. Ooh, that's deep. We got the Choco Box, you know, full of chocolate. Hopefully it's good. And Neil Heart, basically, you know, just a wireframe, I guess, or something. The Broken Heart, right? No, Dark Choco Box, my bad. And that's pretty much it. So let's just, or as a matter of fact, whatever. Okay, so yeah, we did it. We finally did it. We checked out everything. You know, you know, you know, after many months, after many, like, let me guess. This is probably at least 2 hours, right? Yeah, we've been here for, like, 2 hours. My Chromebook can't even handle it, probably, at this point, you know? Yeah, this would have definitely taken, like, a longer while if I would have actually, you know, tried to beat Chapter 4.5 and, you know, the Easter chapter and, like, the Haunted Game mode. All on my, you know, like, very, like, glitchy Xbox and stuff, you know, so... Yeah, so, I can finally unfavorite most of these skins and stuff because I really don't need them and stuff, you know. Give me a moment. So, yeah. Like, after, like, 2 hours of footage, you know, after, like, I think, like, also 2 hours, like, 2 to 3 hours of, you know, like, just making this video in general, I finally made another video on Guesty, you know, and pretty much showed you, like, all of this, you know, like, all the crates and stuff, you know, like, everything, mostly. I'm not going to do the Easter Battle Pass and stuff, you know. Don't even try to ask me. If you want to try this yourself, you know, be my guest, you know. Obviously, you know, you can play Guesty with the game link in the description below, you know. And yeah, you know, to simply get the leave, like, you know, the leave NK and stuff, then you just have to, like, do this and stuff, you know, and basically, like, spam it, but just make sure you don't get kicked out or something like that and stuff, you know. Pretty much, and yeah, you basically just have to, you know, just keep spamming it, pretty much, you know, like, until you just basically get it and stuff. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, so, yeah, I finally did it. I finally made another video of Guesty. This was probably, like, a long-awaited video for some of you, like, you know, true fans of this channel, probably. Who even knows? But, yeah, so, and of course, these had to go on sale right when I, you know, had to spend hours trying to get them. Yeah, thanks so much, game. So, yeah, clearly there's gonna probably be another update in about a month by now, you know. Who even knows, honestly. But all I know is I'm probably gonna take, like, another 5-month break of Guesty and stuff, you know, when it comes to, like, making videos and stuff, you know, of it. And, I'm pretty done here, and I'm gonna try to, you know, I'm gonna actually try to, you know, get the Leave NK, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the Leave NK, you know, skin, you know, in this video, or just when I try to do the outro. So, yeah, that was pretty much it, you know. Once again, I am extremely sorry that I'm not really able to exactly, you know, play chapter 4.5, or, like, the Easter chapter, or, like, play the Haunted Game mode. My apologies, you know, it's like, you know, it's sort of my fault because, you know, obviously my Xbox is just extremely glitchy all of a sudden when it comes to, you know, just public servers. And it's also kind of Roblox's fault for just conveniently, at the moment when I'm trying to make this video, had to make me renew my private server, which I can't at the moment. So, yeah, that caused some problems. So I'm probably gonna have to, you know, like, I'm probably gonna have to either, like, you know, like, make another video in the future when I finally get the private server open and stuff, you know, and, you know, beat, like, you know, like, the chapters and stuff, you know, or, I would be, I would just, you know, play, you know, beat it off camera or something. Who even knows what I'm gonna do, who even knows, but, yeah, and don't worry, I will also try, like, you know, once I also get the private server back as well, I will also try my best to, you know, to also, you know, probably make a YouTube short or another YouTube video of, you know, you know, like, you know, checking out the bundles in-game with their effect and stuff, you know, because I really want to check them out as well, because that's mainly why I usually, you know, play as Guesty sometimes and stuff. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I finally made this video after, like, many months again, you know. It's probably gonna take me, I know, like, almost a year, like 7 to 8 months once, you know, Guesty releases, like, probably 100 more events instead of Chapter X, like, the prison or whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty much it and stuff, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching, you know. If you, you know, obviously love, like, my Guesty videos and stuff, and you wait for, like, many months and stuff, you know, and you want to, obviously see more like this and stuff, I think you'll do. Also, make sure to follow my, you know, also, you know, oh, what was that? Also, the crates are here, huh? That's kind of cool, I guess. But, anyways, if you basically have any other, Piggy fan games or Piggy inspired games that you want me to play that I never heard of, then, join the PuggyPugsonYT group on Roblox, and it's just my blog, be anything, just mirrors on purpose reasons. There's gonna be some more songs involved where I get through most excellent group. Also, make sure to follow my social media announcements, so you can just post in general, like my TikTok, my Blue Sky, even my Instagram. All links will be in the description, including the game link for Guesty. If you maybe or maybe not played all, like, these events and stuff, you know, like, you know, and you want to check out the Easter Battle Pass yourself and stuff, be my guest. Game link in the description below. A kitty cat is chasing me. Please, dear God, help me. So, yeah, I'm gonna, like, try just a few more times, because I really... What? What do you want? From what it sounds like, you're probably asking me something, but right now, I really do not want to hear your voice right now, because I kind of really have to do my own thing, just kind of doing this outro. We probably get a trade in something, but whatever. So, yeah. Once again, I'm very happy that I could finally make this, goddamn, video and stuff, Yeah, so, if you stayed here until the end and stuff, I gotta say, like, thank you very much and stuff, this definitely took me a while, especially when it came to, trying to, play most of these events, to say the least, like, and get the skins and stuff, pretty much, I spend, like, probably days upon days in, like, the trade island, going into, my private server and trying to get, like, 300 coins each round, Yeah, I had to keep grinding and grinding and grinding, baby, So, yeah, if you stay here for, like, the entire video, or at least, probably watch half of the video, or watch some of the video, like, and then another day you watch some of it, and then back, like, forth and forth and forth. Once again, anything helps and stuff, Thank you once again and stuff, Let me just try one more time. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to do this off camera, honestly. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. PuggyPugsonYT for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video that is hopefully not gonna be at least like 30 minutes. And as always, peace out, adios, and goodbye.